There.
You want to take roll first and then?
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
talk? Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the land use meeting tonight of December 5th. First business for tonight, I'm going to do roll call. First is me, Chairperson Larry. I'm here. Patrick.
I'm here.
Robin is excused. She's on her way to the North Pole as we talk.
Whoa.
Does she
Did
root
you?
up or is she flying?
Santa Claus.
Yeah, reindeer, you know. Lindy, you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I don't see Becky yet, and Julie Tacker.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now you want to say something, Julie, go ahead.
I am going to participate in the Stevens MUP on 5th Street and then recuse myself from the other two items.
Okay, good.
And
Thank you.
We'll be using.
And then Jeff will step into this slide on the same Zoom meeting.
Okay.
Is that under?
Okay.
Okay.
Under the same name thing.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so we got that.
Etta.
Okay. Chairperson announcement. I really don't have any announcements for the group. We do have a couple of things I'm going to be sending you information on. Somebody's inquiring about turning an old gas station into a coffee shop. I'm assuming that's the one on Los Osos Valley Road, but they wanted input from the community on that. So we might be discussing that at our January meeting. And then also another person is talking or looking at applying for a vacation rental, but there is another vacation rental within the distance requirements. So he's asking about getting a, I'm not sure what the word is, you know, but a variance in the code to be able to put his in. And he's asking me about it, you know, and my say is go to the county, you know, they handle the vacation rental permits. He's not getting a clear answer on that. But anyway, those two items might be coming up in our January meeting. And if everyone is okay with that, I think that's January 2nd, the day after New Year's. So if we want to change that date or something, otherwise with me, it's fine to, as long as it's not on New Year's, if it's the day after, it's okay. But those are my two announcements. Any committee members have any announcements?
I do not.
Anything?
No.
Except I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season too, but I can also do that at the end. Public comment is the next thing on the agenda. Anyone who wants to make a public comment for any items not on the agenda, questions or statements or anything, now's time to signify by raising your hand. Lindy, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everybody that tomorrow is the Board of Supervisors hearing in which
Lindy has her hand up.
Oh,
Lindy,
she's
you have your
talking.
hand up?
She's speaking.
I do. I was speaking.
Mention number.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I guess my comment is, I think it's really important to advisory councils to be paying attention to tomorrow's Board of Supervisor hearing item, where a supervisor is trying to undo an advisory council that has been in existence for, I think, since 2009 or even earlier. Anyway, so it's just something for us as an advisory council to be aware that sometimes the political pressures step in, and the idea of closing down the one that is the one that has been in existence for all these years, to replace it with another one that same supervisor allowed to go in, is something that we all need to pay attention to. So that's it.
Okay, thank you for that, Lindy. I'm sure some of us are going to be following that very closely. Any other comments from anybody? Don't see anybody else. Approval of the minutes from our last meeting, which was back in October.
I didn't see a copy of those.
It should be on the website.
There's not.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Okay,
Well, that will be something else we will talk about. I think on the 15th, they're going to talk about, the LOCAC is going to talk about minutes and how those should be done. I asked that all minutes have a hyperlink to them, and they may be made readily available for everybody easily to be found. So you can just click on it and go right to the minutes that you're looking for. So we'll see how that works out. So yeah, it's something else. If you can't find them, Julie, then that's not a good thing.
Nope.
I didn't find them either.
Okay.
okay. If you guys could email me that, it does slip my list of things I have to do, but so I can get on the people that run the website, you know, that
So
we have to have, and we have to have it, you know, every month. We have to be consistent.
Yeah. So can we just continue those to the next meeting?
Yeah,
with-
so we'll put the approval of these minutes back in, or move it forward to our January meeting. And I will try to get everybody copies of that. If I get a hold of it, Lindy and Julie, I will personally email it to you. You have
I'd
the,
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, Lindy and Julie, I think soon after that meeting, and I wrote the minutes up, I sent them in, and I'm pretty sure I sent them to everybody. So you might check your emails to see if that was there.
You're ringing a bell with me, Patrick, and I think I read them at that time, but you know, that's months ago and they weren't on in the whatever that section of the Google Drive
Right.
document. So it wasn't fresh on my mind. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Well, that's why I sent them out to everybody, because I'm kind of concerned about that happening. So what we will deal with that with LOCAC when we have the meeting on the 15th.
Okay.
Lindy, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I would just suggest that when we get the notice of the meeting and the agenda, that maybe we try to just have those attached immediately so that you look at the agenda and you can go follow through and see what the minutes are. That way we won't have this problem.
that's
And
a
I
good
also
idea.
find that it's difficult to just
yeah,
get listings of the projects, but then you have to then shut down, go to the county thing and search it. We used to have it so there was a
a
blue.
link.
There was a hyperlink
Yeah.
in the agenda to every project.
Yeah,
That's the
Very-
way it would be.
very good suggestion, Lindy.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll try to make that happen. Okay, so that's so much for the minutes.
We have
Going on.
Dave and Bev have their hand up.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Go ahead and unmute yourself, please. Let's see. There you go.
Okay, it's Dave. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Great. Yeah, I just would like to add 2 bits about the website. I mean, once upon a time, it was a place where one could go and find things. And now, even after you've gotten Chrome, it's still kind of a mystery where anything is located. So I'm hoping someday I mean, I presume that the shift to Chrome was supposed to be an improvement, and so far it's not. So just that's a comment from the public on that. Thanks.
Thank you. We'll definitely include that in these minutes also.
Okay, so on to our first item on the agenda, the Steffens project, about adding some square footage to their house. And I see Chris is there. and I'm gonna ask you to unmute. 1 second, we'll get all this. There we go.
There we go. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I'm Chris Stevens. This is my partner, Jackie. Yeah, we just want to build an addition on our little 2-bedroom house. So happy to give you guys whatever information you'd be curious about. I can describe the project more if you'd like, or it's totally up to you if you have questions.
Are there any questions from?
Yeah, yeah, if we could describe the project a little further would be great.
Sure. So right now it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. I think it was built in the 50s. They probably did a minor addition in the 70s, but it's pretty run down and moldy. And so we're just looking to add a little bit of living space, and we will be adding 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. So right now it's 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Final arrangement would be a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. And basically we're trying to have a family. So it's going to be hard with 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So that's the reason for the addition. And then what we're doing is just building the existing footprint back, like it's a single story, single ridge. So all we're doing is just pushing the back wall of the house back. From the exterior view, it's pretty minor what you would be able to even see from the street. And then the square footage addition is within the just going over the Estero plan. I think it's a 40% lot coverage, so we stay under that. And it's under 14 feet height restriction that we are here on 5th Street. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist. I can share a rough floor plan idea with you guys if you'd like.
I think most of us have seen the floor plan. That's speaking for myself. I don't know about Lindy or Julie. Julie's going to talk, I guess, on it.
I saw it.
Okay, so my concern, first tell me what the square footage is now and where you're going to, what it's going to be at the end.
So it's 960 right now. And then we're going to add like 850 in that area.
Okay, so just under another, almost doubling the size.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and who is your agent?
My agent?
No, your project manager, county
I
project.
am. I mean, I'm an electrical engineer and I work in construction. So we're just doing this as homeowner builder.
And you don't have so you've gone to the county though and applied for a permit.
Yes.
And so haven't you been given a project manager to oversee it from the county?
There is
Oh,
one.
a county project manager.
Right.
Yes. It's Andy Knighton.
Okay. And has Andy given you any kind of information about our water situation here and the fact that the Coastal Commission has wrote a letter to the county regarding what they would approve and what they wouldn't approve, and right now they're not approving additions that might be having the possibility of increased water use, which would be bedrooms and bathrooms? Has he told you that?
Yeah, and I'm familiar with the letter that that the Coastal Commission had this summer. And I mean, from our standpoint, we're not we're not going to increase water usage just because we're not building an ADU. We're not increasing residence. It's a single family residence and it's going to maintain a single family residence. So I went to the coast, I'm blanking on the water
BMC?
Yeah. And they said, well, if you're not adding a kitchen, I mean, that's the problem with the ADUs is like we would have another tenant, but we're not adding tenants. I mean, we live here. It's just for our increased family.
Okay. So I just wanted to make you aware that there were well, okay, well, that's another topic. Yeah. All right. I understand your situation and yeah. Go ahead. Anybody else want to comment?
I like the design. I think you did a good job, Chris, doing it yourself. That's excellent. And I have no problems with the project.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a pickle. I mean, we've been trying to figure out a good design with this layout, and I felt better because I presented it to an architect friend and he said, you should just sell your house.
Oh, no.
But we don't want to do that. We want to we're
We
in this
love our
community.
spot,
We're,
yeah.
we're both self-employed. We live here. We love Los Osos. I mean, we share your concerns about
Mhm.
gross development, and
Yeah.
this is really
The
just
environment, all that, yeah.
so.
Anybody else with the,
Lindy's got a question.
okay.
I see. Lindy, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a chance to look at it just a little bit ago, and I'm confused. Is it a single lot?
Yes.
Because it shows that it's 2 lots. What the county shows is 2 25-foot lots.
No, it's one
Yeah.
50-foot lot.
Okay, okay. So, the only things that I question were, besides the fact that it will add extra water usage, you know, babies take water. But you have some of the numbers just, it says, the final will become a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, kitchen, laundry, and space, I guess. And then it says 1763 square feet, but then it also lists it going to actually 2490 square feet for the building space. So I'm confused.
Yeah,
where
one of
those
them,
numbers-
one of those is lot coverage, which includes the eaves. And if you see the front of our house, there's covered parking, which would not count as square footage of livable floor plan. It's the roof carried over for a covered parking structure. So that counts towards that almost 2,500 lot coverage, which we have to stay under the 40% per the county rules. But that's not the same thing as square footage and floor plan.
Right. Okay, I get it. That was just confusing.
Yeah,
Um,
I was confused too.
Yeah, well, we'll see what yeah, I think that our only concern really about anything increasing is water usage is a big concern for most of us on council. So we'll see
Yeah,
where
and
things go. Thank you.
Yeah, we understand that. And then from our perspective, it's like, we're gonna use the same water, it's just whether we cram it in the one bathroom or, it's like, we're not gonna not have a family, so.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a problem with a lot, unfortunately, right now with a lot of families that are trying to do that would like to add bathrooms and bedrooms. And my suggestion would be that you talk to the Coastal Commission too and see what they would support and wouldn't support. Just so you don't spend a lot of money on retrofits or permits or fees or whatever like that until you know whether the Coastal Commission will support this or not, because they're going to be the final word in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, and this is my understanding, obviously, we're new at this, is that we can't even get a response from the Coastal Commission until we go through the minor use permit. So we have to throw some money at it to see what they're gonna say, which is.
Yeah.
So one of the requirements is to retrofit what's there now. As, so you're gonna have lower flows for what you have, what you're using now.
Mhm.
And then the adding a bedroom and a bathroom is really convenience for the family, but
Yeah.
it's still the same people using it.
Right.
So I don't have a problem at all.
Yeah. Cool.
I can't.
So we see Dave and Bev have their hand up also. So
Dave, Patrick, I'd like to make a comment as
go ahead.
Sure.
Sorry, Larry.
first. I like the project. I'd like to see what is it, rain capture, rain runoff and stuff in it. I'd like to see all the high-tech water saving features included in the house. We had another project where they listed off all this stuff that they were going to include in the house,
Mm.
to make it the most water efficient,
Yeah.
state of the art.
I would love to do all of that. I mean, just so you guys know, I I like to garden, and so I've planted a lot of like just natural, and I put an orange bucket in my shower while it warms up, and I use that to water my garden. And so we are, I mean, yeah, it's definitely like
Yeah,
conscious.
and-
We're conscious of
I
water.
think a lot of people are aware of that, you know, in our times, in our situation now. I do have the problem that things in life change, things happen. And houses get sold and new owners take over. It we've seen it happen here, you know, and we're very sorry that it happens, but it is the thing. So again, the possibility of added water use is a concern, but I've got to leave that up to the powers that be, you know. I'd like to see a young couple starting out and building a future life and stuff here. I mean, it's a beautiful place. And so I support the project in that sense, but, you know, concerns of the water use is
Yeah.
dangling over my head. I just want to let you know.
Totally.
But that's my 2 cents worth. I see Dave and Bev have their hands up.
You want to unmute you? I'll have them unmute.
Yes, please.
Okay. Oops, are you? Just a minute. There you go. Can you unmute?
Yeah, I think I'm unmuted.
I got you.
Okay. I just wanted to comment on the plans and the website again. I couldn't find the plans, so if they're somehow accessible through the Chrome thingy on the website, we need an explanation of how to do it for the regular folks out here that are interested. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dave.
Dave and Bev, I will personally send you their package so you can see what they're doing is really good.
Any other comments from anybody?
Or questions or,
I'll make a motion.
okay, go ahead, Julie.
I move we recommend approval to the larger LOCAC and that this be on the consent calendar.
Hmm.
Could I add in that we condition it with water collection, roof collection to add to the outside watering so that you don't have to drag all that water all the time.
I'll accept that amendment, Lindy, if Chris agrees.
Yeah, we're good with that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
There's one.
I, Lindy.
Lindy, okay, that's
Yes.
you. Okay, those opposed to the motion, raise your hand.
I'm going to oppose it myself. And
There's,
I really like the project a lot, and I think you guys are probably a wonderful couple and would be great in our neighborhood. Water is just a big concern, and unfortunately, this will end up at the Coastal Commission. So I would really talk to them and see where you need to go as soon as you can. So try that.
okay, so this motion didn't have a majority in it, a tie vote. I make another motion that we send this on to LOCAC on the regular agenda. And so we don't drag this on too long and let LOCAC make a decision for it. And to keep the process moving forward. All in favor of that motion?
Oh, you need a second first.
Oh, a second?
And I'll second that.
Okay. Do we have a majority in favor of that motion?
I'm in favor of moving it forward.
Me
Okay.
too. I am also.
Okay, that's 4 in favor, that's majority, and that's more than majority, that's all of us. Okay, Chris, and I forgot your name, Miss
Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie. LOCAC is going to be having a meeting, a Zoom meeting, December
15th.
15th. We will send you the link and the information. Your project will go to the full board there on the regular agenda like you did here. And they will make a determination on moving your project forward there also.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you. It's nice to meet all of you.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Please,
Yeah.
please come to the meetings as much as you can. We appreciate the community input.
Yeah, I know. This was the house kind of brought me in and I was like, oh, this would be a good thing to participate in. So yeah, maybe I'll see more of you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, I'm signing off.
Okay.
thank you, Julie.
Bye, Julie.
Next item on the agenda is replacing a single-family residence on a vacant lot that was a previous residence and demolished in 2009. That is Jeff Edwards and Roger Dick. Jeff, I know you're here under Jeff. I don't,
Yes, good
Any-
evening.
yeah.
my
Anyone
name-
else with you or
No, just me.
just you? Okay, Jeff.
Yes, good evening. My name is Jeff Edwards, and speaking on behalf of this project, as you may know, it was scheduled for a planning department hearing on November 18th. There is a detailed staff report that was posted for that meeting. It has some 37 conditions, if I recall correctly, and findings for approval. And so county staff felt it was necessary to run it back through LOCAC, and here we are. By way of clarification, the construction permit that was related to the demolition was actually issued on May 12th of 2010, and the demolition occurred sometime late in 2010. So that's what I know about that. Was mentioned, it is a replacement dwelling unit. There are will serve letters for both water and sewer. There's an active water meter. There is a sewer assessment on the property for a single family residence. Happy to answer any questions.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. Any board members have any questions? I'd like to start off with, with the same comment I made to the previous folks, Jeff. I'd like to see in your project, the state-of-the-art water saving stuff included in this project.
Yeah, to that end, be rest assured, all of the plumbing fixtures will be high efficiency. The toilets will be 1 gallon per flush or less. The shower heads will be 1.5 gallons per minute or less. There'll be a hot water recirculation pump, and there will be virtually no water used in the exterior or in the landscaping.
Okay, I'd just like to, again, see that in
Yes.
in all your other paperwork that you have.
Yeah, it's part of what we do consistently. So,
Okay.
And- I would just like to comment also. So Jeff, as you know, the sustainability group has already written a letter of opposition to this. The Coastal Commission not too long ago was sued by two property owners up in Cambria that had water meters, had been using their water for 10 years, and or actually longer than that, I think for 20 years, and they wanted to build a house, and the Coastal Commission denied them. So they sued the Coastal Commission and I believe the county, and the court said, yes, you have your water permits. You should have been able to get your water 20 years ago and you've been using it, but we do not have water right now in the basin for more development. So we cannot approve these. The courts basically sided with the Coastal Commission. And that's the situation I think that is right here at this point. The house looks really nice. You probably, have all the water credits that you need for doing it. But the Coastal Commission, I would think, is probably going to say the same thing to you that they did to the Cambria people. The courts would also, that there just is not the water at this point in Baywood and Los Osos to be doing any more development at this point. So.
Well, for clarification, again, using Cambria and projects in Cambria as a parallel to Los Osos is completely misplaced. We have virtually nothing in common with Cambria.
Okay.
We have a groundwater basin, they don't.
Okay.
So again, to compare, and especially and to try to compare court cases is even more preposterous.
Okay.
So,
Patrick,
and frankly, I hear this drone about it's the Coastal Commission's fault. Well, frankly, it's not the Coastal Commission's fault. So the Coastal Commission staff actually knows very little about our groundwater basin or our overall water picture. Hopefully they're going to be learning in the coming months, but let's not use them as a crutch. Sustainability group, do what you will, do what you have to. I think you have a conflict of interest sitting on this panel, but this project is a replacement project. If any of your homes burn down tomorrow, you would want to rebuild it. So there's no difference here. So that's the situation. I will ask for your approval, and we'll let the chips go where they will, fall where they may. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Lindy, I see your hand's up, and then Dave and Bev, you've got your hand up too. So Lindy, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a couple curiosities about this. What was the reason for the removal and demo of the prior home, and how big was it? Because we've seen little tiny shacks get replaced with large new buildings. So I think that really has, it adds an addition of water use, even though this property apparently for 12 years has not used water. And when you say they have a will served, is that like a new will serve, or is it the existing meter continued existing to allow them to not need it? And then I'm curious about the 400 cubic yards of fill, because I believe that somehow raises there's a lot of earth moving that goes on with this project. The 2009 was the tear down, but you said 2010, that's close enough. But this is a fairly large house to go on, and I'd like to know what was there existing when it was torn down, just to give some perspective on what we're adding for future water usage. Those are
Sure.
my questions.
The will serve letter from the LOCSD is a continue to serve letter because there is water service presently.
Okay.
The home was demolished. I really don't have all the details, but my sense of it, being an older home, it came under disrepair. And at some point, the owner either was asked or decided to demolish it. It was a modest home. I wouldn't suggest it was a palace by any stretch, but whether it was a one-bedroom modest home that had all the old plumbing fixtures, or a new home of 2 bedrooms, which is what the replacement home is proposed, the water usage is relatively comparable. Single family homes, 2 or 3 bedrooms, have a nominal use of about 4 units a month. That's approximately 3,000 gallons per month per household. And the prior project you heard, this project, and other single family homes are going to fall into that range of water use. And I would be encouraging additional conservation as a way to address any of your concerns about water limitations. So with that, I'd ask you for your approval or recommend approval to LOCAC. And I would appreciate it if we're on the consent agenda. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeff. Dave and Bev, I see you've got your hand up for a comment. Ask you to unmute there.
Okay, All right, Dave, are you unmuted? Hold on, let's see what we're doing.
Okay, I think now I'm unmuted.
You got it.
Okay, I just wanted to say, is there an address for this project?
The address is 1153 11th Street.
I'm sorry, say that again. It was cut off.
1153 11th.
Okay, thank you.
And Dave, I will send you the packet for this too, since there's problems getting it off the
Oh,
our website.
and I apologize, I missed one of Lindy's questions. She asked about the fill. And the fill is a archaeological cap. As most of you likely know, the land and the streets north of San Isabel in particular have a degree of archaeological sensitivity. And so the county, the CCLUO provides for capping instead of some more intensive archaeological digs. So it's the fill is to cap archaeological resources. Sorry, I missed that.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. And Lindy, I still see your hands up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had one other question. From the aerial, it describes an existing foundation that was left, but it's not visible from the aerial that was provided, and there's no driveway to the property. I thought that's a curiosity of a house that was torn down would have had an entrance and a driveway. So maybe
That was all demolished. That was all taken away.
they took the driveway away.
Yeah, and the foundation.
Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, well, any other comments here? Lindy, you have your hand up still?
No, I don't. Sorry.
That's all right, okay. Your hand is up again, Lindy. You have something?
I said to lower it.
Okay,
No, lower. Okay. Sorry.
all right. No other comments that I see, Larry, so I'd like to make a motion
Yeah, go ahead.
that the project be denied on water issues and it be sent back to LOCAC on the consent.
Not on the consent, not on the consent. It would go back to LOCAC and regular agenda.
Okay. I'll change that motion to the regular agenda.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor? There's 3, and that's us because Julie's not here. Okay, Jeff, that's our thing. It'll be on the December 15th LOCAC meeting on the regular agenda.
Okay,
And I wish you luck. I saw the property is for sale. Maybe that will happen too. Good. Okay, so moving along. The other item, I think I put it on the thing. It's on a hold request. the last item, it's a homestay. And the county has issues with it and stuff. And so until all that is answered and sorted out, I don't know if we want to, wait till it's all sorted out. Did everyone see that last item? Go ahead, Lindy.
I'm a little bit confused about now what a homestay is versus a vacation rental. And I think that we need to clarify that to the public and ourselves at this point. I thought a homestay was the resident had to be on the premises as a regular person. And so somebody would be coming into their home and that would be what a homestay was versus, and I tried to look up the code and what we got finalized as a vacation rental ordinance, and it's not really clear. So I think for all of our sake to clarify, because I understand there's some controversy about whether homestay is actually abusing the system. I'd like to have that clarified so that
Okay.
we all kind of are working the same way.
I received some information from the county about that, and I will forward it. That's part of the question on this project is, the difference of, and as I'm bringing up in our regular LOCAC meeting, and I'll bring it up here also, people are abusing the system. They're calling something a homestay, and then it's found out a month later after they get their permit, it's listed as a vacation rental, and there's a kitchen and separate entrance and everything else in the property. This has happened several times to us here at LOCAC, where we thought we were doing justice to, some local people that live here, people that own houses here and stuff. But I'm feeling that they are taking advantage of us and not being forthwith on what they're telling us, and then we have to find out after the fact. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I think
Either.
we're volunteering and we're doing what we think is good for what we've been elected to think what was good for the community. And
Mhm.
people are taking advantage of us.
Mhm.
And that's what I have to say. And so that's the same with this, but I will send you the information that was forwarded to me from the county on the definition of a homestay and a vacation rental. Go ahead,
Again,
Lynn.
I understood that code enforcement like 2 years ago put on a whole new 12 new people to start going after illegitimate and illegal homestay vacation rentals. To me, what are they actually active anymore, or is there any, because this would be a case where you could look at something like that, and anything else that we've seen convert over to a vacation rental. So if the county is spending the money to have code enforcement specific to monitoring home stays and vacation rentals, we need to kind of speak up about the fact that they're not accomplishing it. So
Okay, that's good. Patrick, I see your hand is up, and Jeff, I see your hand is up too.
Just in general, homestays don't need a permit. They're ministerial, and they're not regulated by the 500-foot distance that separates vacation rentals, and vacation rentals do need a permit. So that's one of the big differences between the two. So Jeff, let me go ahead and unmute yourself. You've got 3 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Jeff Edwards, and I am representing the applicant in this matter. And I'm a little surprised with the prior discussion. First of all, from a permitting standpoint, I'd like you to know that a homestay in a residence north of Santa Isabel, because it's in the appealable zone, requires a minor use permit, not because it's a vacation rental. Homestays north of Santa Isabel require a minor use permit. Larry, I don't know what people you're talking about that have abused you or the system. Don't know, can't speak to that. I will tell you that there's very little controversy in this case. The facts are pretty simple. The owner lives there. It's a 3-bedroom home, and he shares 2 of the bedrooms pursuant to the homestay ordinance. It's as simple as that. So I don't know where you got the concept that it's some kind of workaround, that it's a vacation rental. And I'll be honest, I take extreme exception to this November 16th letter to Nicole Ellis from you, Larry, that talks about this application in detail and expresses your opinions in advance of ever hearing the matter. How does that happen? I don't get it. It's not provided for in any bylaws. How do you write a letter to the county unless you've heard the application? And it's on LOCAC letterhead, no less. How do you do that? It's an abuse, Larry. It's an absolute abuse of power.
Okay, thank you.
So, I don't know what you're doing, why the letter was written.
That's 3 minutes, Jeff.
Jeff.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So any,
Lindy
Other-
has her hand up.
go ahead, Lindy.
I think what I want to interject, I guess, is this is about code enforcement needs to be made responsible. Vacation rentals advertise, and that was what the code enforcement new crew they were bringing in was going to be, going through the whole internet and finding all these illegal rentals and a homestay. What are we getting for, if we've been told that we should relax because code enforcement is overseeing this, then we need to actually write a letter to code enforcement to say you're failing on your job if you've seen past abuses. But again, I think we're, trying to jump on people ahead of time based on past issues when it really is about code enforcement, verifying if people are abusing homestays or other vacation rentals. That's the way that vacation rentals work, is through the internet. They're advertising. So anyway, that's all I wanted to throw in.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any other comments or anything? Well, if that's it, I think we covered everything today and enjoyed. Also, again, if the January 2nd meeting date is in conflict with too many people, because they partied too much for New Year's, we can change it. But I'm for keeping it going, just to keep things regular.
We're too old to party that much anymore, so I think the 2nd is fine.
Okay. Thank you for your input on that. Well, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday then,
Same to you all.
because we'll see everybody in the new year.
And I'd like to thank all the community members that are here participating. Thank you so much for being here.
Mhm.
Yes,
Definitely.
we do appreciate that. And Dave and Bev, I'll get you that information on the projects, and we'll get our webpage fixed one of these days. I might have to take it over again. I've been dreading that, but well, good. Everybody have a good evening.
Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you. Too.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Happy holidays. Be well.